Seasons are fleeting. Games become more precious. Chances for success diminish. Your potential successor has arrived, injured 2 years in a row, and now in the mid-30s. The press is whispering. Everyone has doubts. You've spent your career working to get here. Now we have to start all over. You almost feel like an outsider. The coaches are sympathetic, but they still have to coach, and you're not there. It's a dark place. Probably the darkest it's ever been.
Dave Ross, that's your quarterback. That's my quarterback. That's your quarterback, Tony Romo.
Gotta start over.
For this conversation at the bar, the press, and I use that term loosely because we're not really press. We are not going to be whispering. We're going to be yelling.
Okay.
Let's have a conversation, a debate, shall we say, over a couple of cold ones.
Bring it.
Is Tony Romo a Hall of Famer?
He's the numbers, you put him in the Hall. I don't put him in my Hall because my numbers, and you and I differ on this, I need winning. And I get it. I understand the numbers. His numbers are best. He's the best statistical quarterback the Cowboys have ever had. Better than Roger Staubach, better than Troy Aikman. But you know what he doesn't have that those guys have? 5 rings. They have 5. He doesn't have 1. And I know it can't just be measured on rings. But the numbers say yes. I say no. Hall of really, really good. And I think he's right in the cusp. But because he wasn't able to get this organization, this famed organization, over the top, this isn't the Buffalo Bills. Sorry, Jim Kelly. We can go 4 times. This isn't the Miami Dolphins. Sorry, Dan Marino. You go 1 time and you're enshrined in Canton. Tony had to go once. Had he gone once, and I know you're going to go, oh, because if one plays different and he goes, yeah, I think he's in. If he doesn't have a muffed snap on a field goal attempt against Seattle, and if the officials get it right in Green Bay, this conversation could be different. But for me, Hall of really damn good.
He has the 3rd best quarterback rating in the history of the game.
The
better
numbers
than
are
Steve
astounding.
Young.
Yes.
Better than Peyton Manning.
Are you going to
better
put him
than
in?
Drew Brees.
You going to put him in?
I'm not putting him in.
Oh, come on, why not?
And here
You're
is
a numbers
why.
guy.
Here is how I'm going to make this argument. Let me take Troy Aikman out as the quarterback of the Cowboys in the 90s. Leave everything else exactly the same. I'm going to insert Tony Romo, number 9 instead of number 8, as that quarterback. Do the Cowboys, in my opinion, win 3 Super Bowls? They do not.
Wow.
At best, they win 2. More than likely, they win 1. Maybe even they win none. Now, that being said, if you put Aikman in Romo's spot with the 2000 Cowboys, there's no chance they win a Super Bowl either. Aikman is not that transcendent enough to lift the teams that Tony Romo played with to the Super Bowl. But I will say Aikman...
Why is Aikman in and Romo is not?
Because he won 3 Super Bowls.
There you go, but we're not supposed to...
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I did.
If Aikman was in Romo's spot and Romo was in Aikman's spot, Aikman accomplishes the exact same things Romo did. Romo does not accomplish what Aikman did.
Do you think Aikman's a Hall of Famer?
He's in.
No. Do you think he's
Yes,
all
I believe he is a better
quarterback
than Tony Romo.
Then you should put in Romo because your data, you're basically saying that if you flip-flop him, the same thing's going to happen.
Yeah, but
that Aikman's not going to win with the same set of...
The same thing doesn't happen. Romo doesn't accomplish as much as Aikman did in the 90s. Aikman accomplishes about the same that Romo did in the 2000s.
About the same. If you're saying he's the same guy as Romo in what Romo...
I'm not. I'm saying he's better.
How?
He's
you
better.
just told me that if Aikman goes in for Romo in the 2000s, he doesn't get anything else done.
He doesn't get a Super Bowl because Tony Romo didn't play with enough talent to win a Super Bowl. That doesn't mean he's a bad quarterback. He is very, very close to the Hall of Fame.
I don't understand this argument.
How does that logic not make sense to you?
You're
it's
telling
the transitive
me that Romo
property.
didn't have as
transitive
much,
property.
Romo did not have as much talent.
He did not.
Clearly than
No, he
Troy
didn't.
Aikman
That is
did.
indisputable.
Right?
That is indisputable.
But you're telling me that Aikman, if you switch him with Romo, would not get anything else done that Romo did.
Exactly.
You're saying they're the same guy.
No, because Aikman, with his context, won 3 Super Bowls. Romo, in Aikman's context, wins 2 at the most.
You're very close
maybe
to
one,
making me
maybe
put
none.
Romo in the Hall of Fame. That's what you're doing. If you're saying that Aikman, yeah, he's a Hoffer, even in your eyes, not just in the committee's eyes, not just in the voters' eyes. You're starting to make me believe that Romo should be in the Hall of Fame because he basically did more with less, is what you're telling me.
But the point is, Romo would not have won 3 Super Bowls in Aikman's spot.
How do you know that?
That's the point.
You don't know that.
I know I don't know that. That's my theory. That's why I say Romo is not and Aikman is.
Romo was an unlucky quarterback.
I think he was underrated. I think he was unlucky. I agree with all of that.
Yes.
But I don't think he was a better quarterback than Troy Aikman.
They're close.
They're close.
They're really
I'll give you that. They're close.
Hall of really, 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 really good.
Help us settle the debate.
Damn
Use the hashtag The Rally. Is Romo a Hall of Famer?
Hell, put him in there.
We're probably going to get a response or 2 on this one.
Maybe 1 or 2.
Here's to a good career, though, for Tony Romo. More Rally coming up in 60 seconds.